Hi guys, it's Bernadette, and today I am coming with some really exciting stuff for you. So this is my hat of magic tricks in here. And right now, how shall I say this? A certain brand has quite pricey pigments for sale. And initially, I was going to purchase those, but I decided to look on Amazon first, and thank goodness I did, because I found a dupe. That's right, I found a dupe. And this is for creating your own watercolors, your own markers, and also you can color acrylic, gouache, anything you'd like. These are pigments. So let's get started. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. They did not come in this plastic. I just put them in here because for me, it's easy to keep all my supplies together. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to make your own watercolors. Now, these are all the packets I received from Amazon. And as you can see, there are several colors. I believe I received 53 colors in the box, and they were so inexpensive. I'm going to link all of that information for you below, and you can check it out yourself. But believe me, I've done the math, and it's a savings of over $80 to do it this way. That's quite substantial, especially with COVID and, you know, the whole situation. We all need to watch our money. And if we can, you know, save money in one area, that means that we can buy more supplies for art, right? So anyway, these are the colors that come in the kit, and they are spectacular. Now, I am going to show you the set of watercolors that I made using these pigments. I went ahead and ordered an Arteza empty watercolor palette. Now, this came with 48 empty half pans, and all the colors won't fit in here, but some of them, they do look very similar to one another. So I went ahead and skipped the ones that were kind of a double for that one color. So anyway, I will show you. The palette comes like this. And these are all the watercolors that I have made. And I just didn't even bother filling the pans up because it was an experiment, and I wanted to see if I was doing it properly, and I didn't want to waste anything. So one thing about these, they all are shimmery, which is really awesome. And that other brand that I was telling you about as well sold an extra packet of the pigments that were white or added a shift to the watercolors. But with this kit, these pigments came included, so they were not extra. It comes with magical gold, magical green, magical violet, magical blue, and magical red. And what I did is, like I said, I'm experimenting. I didn't know exactly how to come up with creating my own colors at the time, because I had never done this before. But now I have a pretty good idea of what I'm doing. So that's why I have waited to make this video. I wanted to use the watercolors myself, make sure that they were good, make sure that everything was working the way I imagined it would before I shared it with all of you. Also, down on the bottom here, these are the magic colors right here. And then this is black and that is white. And you will see, I'm going to show you exactly how vibrant these colors are. The first thing I'm going to show you is what they look like on black paper. I was completely blown away. This is my journal that I do a lot of swatching in. And can you see these swatches here on top? Let me just move them. Hopefully the camera is picking the vibrancy up. But they definitely show on black paper. They are super, super pigmented and so shimmery. They are just beautiful. And this is the way they all come out. I didn't swatch each and every color because I just figured that, you know, I got a good representation of how they would behave on black paper with the colors that I did swatch. So those are the colors on black paper. And I will swatch a couple for you on some regular watercolor cardstock right now, so you can see what I am so excited about. Like I said, this other brand, I'm sure I didn't purchase them, so I cannot tell you that, you know, give you an exact comparison, because I just ordered these pigments. But I'm telling you, from the results that I've seen in the videos, and also from the results I've had myself with these particular pigments, gosh, for over $80, they're the same, okay? And I am just going to swatch a couple out for you right now. Let's see here. What color shall we do? Let's do, I'm going to do this purple. See? Look at how vibrant that is. Then I will show you this blue. And they look great on either white paper or black. I'm sure tan paper would be just as great. Look at this gold. I have to show you this gold, guys. This gold blows my mind every time I use it. And I just hope that the camera can pick it up. How sparkly that is. These can be turned into inks as well, and used as spray inks. I do have the colors written on the sides of the pan, so when I do run out, I can go ahead and remake that color and refill it in the same pan. But I did not make a swatch card, separate swatch card for these, because to be honest with you, they're true to color. You can see what color you're going to get. And I just didn't bother making a swatch card for them. But if you purchase them, you can make your own swatch card. It might be helpful for you. I just didn't see the benefit for me personally. So as you can see, the colors are vibrant. They're beautiful to work with, and they are super, super shimmery. Now I'll show you, let me grab a piece of black paper. Here's a piece of black paper, and I'm going to show you the magical colors, or at least a couple of them. So this one is magical purple or violet. Look at that. Oh, I get so excited every time I swatch these. Let's do the blue. And you can tell the magical colors because you can totally see the shift in the pan. So it's easy to figure out what you're using. There's the blue. And I'm going to do one more. Let's do gold. They re-wet just like normal watercolors do. In my recipe, I added the pigment, gum arabic, honey, and glycerin. And I really like the way it came out. But that's what they look like on black paper. And I'm going to show you how to make it quickly. And then once I'm done with that, I will show you these again, and hopefully they'll be dry by then. Okay, so first things first, I also ordered these half pans on Amazon, and I will link these below as well. They were so inexpensive, so inexpensive. So I'm going to get that ready, and then I'm going to decide what color to make, you guys. Let's see. I'm going to make some for my friend and send them to her for Christmas. So she loves the ocean and loves blues and greens. So, ooh, that teal. I'm going to make her the teal. And the brand of these is Limino mica powder, and you get 5 grams of powder in each packet. Just look at the color through that packet, you guys. It's just so beautiful. Oh, all right. So I do not have any fancy tools to do this. I don't have special blending spoons. I don't have anything that I didn't find around the house to make these. The only thing that you're going to need is some type of small measuring device. I got these from the dollar store and decided to use them for the measuring. This is the gum arabic that I just happen to have sitting around the house. This brand is USA Art Quest, and it was only $2.98, but I've had this gum arabic for, gosh, over 30 years, I think. So I'm sure the price has gone up a little bit, but this was full when I started, and I was able to make the 48 pans, plus I still have this left over of the gum arabic. So a little goes a long way with that. I recently ran out of this sample that I received. It was a cream container, and I haven't used this to make the watercolors in yet. I used a cup that came with medication. You know how it has those cups to tell you how much medicine to take. I went and stole one of those off of the medication, and that's what I used to make all my colors, and that worked great. But I thought that this was a little more shallow, and I thought that this might work a little bit better just because it's a little more shallow than that big cup. So let's see how it works. I'm telling you, any kind of cup or small container that you have will work fine. You don't need to spend your money on those fancy things. Oh, and then also, this is just a recycled bottle that I have that's filled with distilled water. And I like this because it gives me 1 drop at a time. So that works perfect. So let's get on with it. I'm going to carefully open up the pigment. I measured exactly 1 scoop. Also, these pigments are food grade, so you don't have to worry about a respirator or them being toxic or anything like that. They're just fine. They're safe to use. So I am going to just write on here for her that this is teal. And I'm just using a Sharpie pen to write the color on there. Now, my instructions for the gum Arabic is it says to use 1 part gum Arabic to 4 parts pigment. But I use a little bit more than 1 part just because I want to make sure that the pigment sticks to the paper. This is the binding property that you need, because if you just added water to this, it would work fine. You could paint with it, but you would run your hand across the shimmer and it would just all come off. So that's the difference. This is what the gum Arabic does, is it actually makes it stick to the page. So I did about a quarter. Excuse me, my lid just fell off. A quarter of the 1/4 teaspoon. And then I am just going to add 1 drop of glycerin. This glycerin is very inexpensive. I purchased it in the cake decorating section of Hobby Lobby and it was $2.99. And you just need 1 drop. And the glycerin helps the watercolor to re-wet. That's why we add glycerin. I'm not going to add honey to this. You know, I've never met my friend, so I don't know if she has an allergy to bees or anything like that. So I'm just going to leave the honey out and it'll work just fine. Now I'm just going to add a couple of drops of water to this. Let's add 5 drops and see how that goes. Then this is just an old brush that had dried up, that has a brush on one end and it has a silicone tip on the other end, and I just use that to mix everything up together. Like I said, nothing fancy. And I hope that I can save you guys some money with this, because I'm telling you, it is, honestly, making the watercolors is kind of fun, but using them is, oh my gosh, beyond exciting. That's pretty good, but I want my watercolor to be a little bit more runny. So I'm just going to add 2 more drops of water to that. And hopefully you can see this very well. I'm just mixing it up. And then I am going to pour it. Whoops, I missed a little bit, but that's okay. I can just scoop that up and put it in. And then I'll clean off the edge of the half pan. And you can see how much it makes. And I've actually used this color to make some watercolors of my own. This color is in the set that I showed you. And now I've made this one, and I still have enough to make, I would say, at least 2 more pans. So it's very economical, and you can customize your own colors. You can mix different colors of pigments together to make your own color. And it's just well worth it. Well worth it. This container works really well too, by the way. I'm glad I saved it. I tend to be a little pack rat when it comes to containers and stuff, because it seems like whenever I throw something away, the following day I'm like, why did I throw that away? It would have been perfect. So I tend to save them. Okay, I'm going to rinse this off. Wipe that off. Clean that up. I might have to rewrite the color. Yes, it did wipe off because it wasn't completely dry. That's okay. I'll just rewrite the color. I'll make her a swatch card too, so she'll know exactly what colors. So this is just for her to refill the pans if she wants to in the future. And I am just going to get a little bit of water in this container and just get the very last bit of pigment out of the bottom. And then I'm going to use the rest to show you a swatch. So let me get my swatch card. Paintbrush. Look at that. If that's not beautiful, I don't know what is. And we just made that watercolor in less than 5 minutes. Now it does take a couple of days to dry down, I've noticed, but you can still use them while they are in the drying process. You don't have to wait, because after all, watercolor likes water, right? So they're gonna work for you. I'm just going to wipe this out, clean it out so it's ready to use the next time. And I will show you, here's the swatch of the ones I did earlier. They're dry now. And as you can tell, I'm rubbing, and nothing is coming off on my finger. This little bit here was just from making this and cleaning it up. And can you see the shimmer on the one that we just made? It is absolutely beautiful. And here's the ones that we did on the black paper. So guys, that's all I have to share with you, but try it. Save yourself some money. Go to Amazon. And by the way, this is not sponsored in any way. Get your pans or half pans. Get your pigments. Get your glycerin, and you will be good to go. Good luck, and please, if you try this and you like it, or if you try it and for whatever reason you don't like it, please let me know in the comments below, because I personally am so excited by this, you know, because it opens up a whole new world to us in the art world. Let's see, I forgot to tell you too that I have a water brush, and you know how I had some color left over here in the bottom of this? Well, you can make a coloring brush or water brush with the pigment inside if you just use the little bit that's left over, but the key is you have to add quite a bit of water to it, because and shake it up before you use it, because the pigment will settle and it will clog the brush. So use a lot of water when you make them. You don't want them too thick. You want it to be very runny, like this is in my water brush. And I'll show you how this works. Look at that, how it just, oh, This was a very light green in this water brush that I made. And you can see the pigment and how beautiful that looks. So you can do that. You can also make your own shimmer sprays by getting a spray bottle and adding this mixture into a spray bottle. Once again, be careful because you need to make sure that it's very, very runny. You don't want the pigment to block the spray mechanism. But yeah, you can make your own ink to use with fountain pens, or you can use it as a watercolor, or you can use it as a marker, just like I did. So anyway, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Please like my videos. And once again, please leave me a comment below, letting me know if you're gonna try this or what you think of my idea. Take care. Until next time. Bye.